Yeah, and another like it smells like a straight antique shop. Like the back.
We're gonna gut that out of its copper and the cable.
I don't need a dang wire. Just get this for right now, and then if anything, you got the extra.
Yeah, that's why I'm also happy that this thing kind of took a shit because it's less.
I mean, at least you have this, if anything, because after we do this, and then maybe do the wires, it's almost out. I need to put some fingers. I've had a tetanus shot, but it's probably
Oh, actually, you don't get tetanus from rubber or anything. It's the
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out the wall.
Here, do we continue that while that's right?
Alright. I gotta get the message going, but I feel like I'm probably doing a whole roll, like, the whole coil. Because I feel like right now I got more than that. It's just keeps going, so until it stops, it's going.
Hello from Chicago, okay. Hello from Ohio. Caught you, Sag, here? Alrighty. Yes, welcome back to Free Will Tarot, y'all. We are definitely doing Sagittarius and Capricorn tonight. It's cool in Chicago tonight, very lovely. Well, lucky you. It's been cool here in Ohio as well, but it's just a little bit warmer than I'd like. Oh yes, Sagittarius and Capricorn tonight. For all the Capricorns out there, thank you all for being patient with me. Welcome back to Free Will Tarot, y'all. In about less than 6 minutes, we will start the Sagittarius reading. Just want to give y'all some time to hop in the live stream. Sagittarius and Capricorn. Do I have any Sagittariuses in the comments? Other than the one I was just talking to in Chicago.
Hey, Dad, you got that tube? What tube? Yeah, he said tube.
Said here, nice.
And, I'm gonna need
I do want to apologize to all the Libras if I have any Libras or Scorpios. The last night's live stream did not upload. I'm thinking that I said something during the live stream that TikTok didn't like. You said, you at a restaurant? No, I'm actually in a garage at the moment. My car is getting a oil change. So yes, there is a change of environment. I definitely let them do their thing, and they're being respectful while I do my thing. Okay, just be safe. Yep, for sure. Thank you for that, by the way. Y'all, Sagittarius and Capricorn Collective. About less than 4 minutes for the Sagittarius Collective. As I've mentioned many times before, I definitely want to allow plenty of time for y'all to hop in the live stream. Sagittarius here, tell me something good. I'm hoping it's something good for y'all as well. Sagittarius, what is going on, y'all? Do I have any other Sagittarius collective followers? Sag, Sun, Capricorn, Mercury. Okay. You're definitely at the right place in the right time. Tapping, trying to get more people.
Dude, I got a lot right now. Let's keep going. Yeah, no, I do.
I think,
like the end of it. Like, there's...
freaking bugs.
Let's say about 12, 13.
Let me see if I can comment the FYP. FYP. Wait. Hashtag FYP. There it is.
Now, do I need the oil pan for the filter?
I'd like to think that the algorithm
Probably.
has been working in my favor in the last few days to the last week.
I remember the last time I did the file, it did a few episodes. That's going good.
I have been taking a break from the collective readings on Sundays or the personal paid readings on Sundays. I might start them back, or I might do something else on Sundays just to stay consistent with my live streaming. Hello, Brenda. I know you're a Leo, but maybe you have a Saggy placement as well. Less than 2 minutes and we will start the Sagittarius reading. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. Are y'all hearing me very well? I know this is kind of a new environment, new setup type deal, but it's just for tonight. Yes, okay. Very clear? Nice. That is what is up. We got less than a minute, y'all, for the Sagittarius Collective reading. Alrighty. What does the Sagittarius Collective need to know moving forward? What does Sagittarius need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? What does Sagittarius need to know moving forward for the next week ahead?
That's crazy how they did that. They must have had a big ass fucking school that they just
Sagittarius.
something because it's not like...
What does Sagittarius need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? Less than a minute, y'all, for the Sagittarius collective reading. As long as I don't say anything too, what's the word I'm looking for? Too radical for TikTok, for the TikTok guidelines to put handcuffs on me, then I should be able to upload this video to my YouTube channel. The link to my YouTube channel is in my TikTok bio. If for whatever reason y'all aren't able to get there through the TikTok bio, definitely type in the search bar over at YouTube, Free Will Tarot 2.0. All right, with that being said, Sagittarius Collective, we need 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty. Sagittarius Collective. If you are new here when I do the bridge shuffle, as I'm about to do, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Oh yes, that is the name of the game. Y'all send me scissors and I will be able to cut this deck. Holy crap, it's been a while since I've been able to do a bridge shuffle over a table or desktop or anything of that nature, and boy, does it feel good. There it is, the bridge shuffle, y'all. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety, and I'm going to cut this deck with them. I'll take a quick drink while y'all are sending me scissors. Pinkies up. Alrighty, y'all. Thank y'all for participating in that way. We are definitely going to cut this deck with said scissor emojis. Alrighty, Sagittarius Collective, let's get into your reading. Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Sagittarius, here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is your the similarities or common ground between you both. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. Do keep in mind, Sagittarius Collective, we will be pulling one card from the Oracle deck to get a deeper understanding of why we pulled these specific cards in this specific order. That is at the end of the reading though. Until then, let's start your reading. So Sagittarius, we do have, wow, looking at this reading, this is pretty weird, I want to say. Sagittarius, I'm just going to say that first and foremost. We do have the King of Swords in the situation. Hello, Shannon. Good evening to you as well. The King of Swords in your situation, Sagittarius, does tell me that maybe you want to have a specific conversation with this person in your environment, somewhere outside your own bubble. They said, knew it. I want to mention that tarot is not gender specific, so you very well could be a male or a female in this energy, no matter if it is king or queen. Tarot is not gender specific. We all have feminine and masculine traits, sides to us, depending on who is in our environment. So with that being said, I do want to point out that the difference between the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords is the King of Swords either feels like or has the truth, has clarity around the situation. The King of Swords does things, makes decisions based off of logic, off of less emotional aspects, and more so logic. This is the truth, whether it's my truth or your truth, the logic in the situation, here it is. The hard facts. We're not beating around the bush when we talk about this conversation that maybe y'all are wanting to have with this person. So do keep that in mind. You are showing up as King of Swords, and we will get back to that card here in a second. The Page of Wands and the challenge tells me that maybe you've received some sort of message or received some sort of news that isn't the most exciting for you. With the Page of Wands, this is normally a card or an event, let's say, where you would receive a message and it's exciting. I'm going to say this because normally in the upright position, yes, that is the interpretation. We're going to get excited. We're going to be passionate about something. We're going to be creative about something. We're going to be excited to wake up in the morning, either because of this news or because of a specific person in our environment. The Page of Wands is then, yes, receiving some sort of message or news that gets you all worked up and excited. With that being said, though, if this is in the challenge, as I read all cards in reversal interpretations, this could mean that you've received some sort of bad news, or at least to your opinion, your biased opinion, let's say that you would receive it as bad news, let's say. So maybe you find it challenging to receive this as good news. Maybe you find it challenging to be excited about this news or this message that you're receiving, etc. Now, remember when I said the Sagittarius Collective is showing up as King of Swords energy? You have someone in your environment that is showing up as the counterpart to the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. This is pretty crazy. This doesn't happen very often in a reading. I do want to say that. With the Queen of Swords, this person is definitely, at the very most, wanting to cut something out of their life. Maybe it's a bad habit or an addiction. It could be connections in their life. It could be behavioral patterns or ways of thinking, even cutting out maybe a perspective about the Sagittarius. No matter the case, at the very least, this person is wanting to have a conversation because they are the opposite of the King of Swords. when I said the King of Swords feels like they know the truth. They're going to come in making decisions based off of logic. They're going to have a conversation based off of the logic. There is no beating around the bush. Same as the Queen of Swords, except they don't know the clarity. They don't have all the facts. So with the Queen of Swords, it's yes, logic, it's mental energy, but it's also lacking the information they need to know before cutting said person out or said behaviors, addictions, perspectives out of their life. So I do find it very interesting that the Sagittarius is, yes, coming forth with the King of Swords, maybe knowing the truth, maybe being very logical, and this person is also being logical, but not knowing the full truth. We do have the similarities or common ground between you both being the Nine of Swords. So whether or not the Sagittarius has feelings or emotions for this person, whether or not this conversation is going to be had or not, you're definitely not the most excited with the Page of Wands in the challenge. In fact, with the Nine of Swords, it almost feels like you're either missing this person or you're stressed out about this news that was received with the challenge, Page of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords could very well be losing sleep, feeling like you're losing out on an opportunity. That's fear of missing out, FOMO, right? Likewise, we have this person in Queen of Swords to the shared energy, being Nine of Swords. Yes, they are definitely wanting clarity. They're wanting to ask questions before assuming the worst, but also they too are stressed, maybe going through something in their own life where they're either missing your energy, or I don't want to say that either of you are stressing out because of each other. It could definitely be something in your life, something in the person's life, but it's a shared energy nonetheless. For all I know, maybe you both could be stressing out about each other. With that being said, though, we do have the Eight of Pentacles and the possible outcome and or advice. This could be you needing to, as the possible outcome, to focus on your work, getting that money, honey, focus on getting that bag. It could be that you're focused on self-improvement also. Maybe you have a hobby that you're trying to create a side hustle out of or get monetized from said hobby or talents or skills. And if this is the advice, definitely focus more so on making money, on improving yourself, your communication skills, your people skills maybe. That's not saying that y'all need to improve on people skills, but hey, we could all improve on something, could we not? Alrighty, y'all. With that being said, I do need to pull one card from the Oracle deck to get a deeper understanding as to why we pulled these specific cards in this specific order. What does the Sagittarius need to know moving forward to close out this reading? What does the Sagittarius need to know moving forward to close out this reading? All right, y'all, we need 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, y'all. Top card is the card we need to see to end out this reading. And here it is. Blue Moon. Is this a rare occurrence that you would even have a conversation with this person? I mean, there is that saying of once in a blue moon. I'm not sure what the overall theme or topic or concept behind this card is, but we're going to get into the guidebook nonetheless. Blue Moon. It should be easy to find. Oh, I skipped it. Luck. Okay, so apparently luck is on the Sagittarius' side. I don't know what is about to occur for you in this conversation that maybe you're about to have with this person. I mean, they don't have clarity about what's going on in your life. They don't have a whole lot of clarity as far as why you showed up in the past how you did or why you're showing up nowadays. But you definitely want to have at least some sort of conversation, maybe about this not so positive news. No matter the case, luck is on your side, maybe in regards to this person, maybe in regards to work. We are going to read from the guidebook though. Blue Moon, luck. Beneath the moon, a girl and her unicorn companion bathe in the blue light. Within the dark forest, wildlife can be seen. In this opportune moment, an owl wings his way through the trees. A blue moon is considered a rarity, bringing to mind the popular expression once in a blue moon. In actuality, it is the name given to the appearance of a second full moon in a calendar month. On average, a blue moon occurs every 2.5 years. Because of the infrequency of the event, this card is connected to luck and the seemingly impossible becoming possible. When its magnificent glow lights a reading, it suggests that you will become the beneficiary of prosperity. This occurrence, however, may not be expected since the card, like the blue moon, is out of the ordinary. Luck is on your side. Fortune will favor you, and you'll likely be in the right place at the right time. Surprise opportunities and random synchronicities are part of this card's message. Whether you find a little extra than you thought in your bank account this month, or meet with someone who could positively change your life. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah, I'd say whoever this person is, they still don't have clarity around the situation about why you're wanting to have this conversation. I have no clue why y'all are stressed out, but it could be that luck is on both your side. That you're about to have a conversation maybe about working together. Normally, the 3 of Wands, 5 Pentacles before the 8 of Pentacles is a card of working together, building for the future, collaborating, teamwork, that sort of thing. But maybe with the advice being 8 of Pentacles, it's time to work alone and do things singularly, individually for a time.
When you're able, can you come listen to it?
No matter the case, I think this is what I have for the Sagittarius Collective. I hope it helped. I hope it was informative to some degree, maybe even entertaining. Do keep in mind, I will be posting this reading to my YouTube channel if y'all are interested in subscribing so you don't miss out on live streams, because I will be posting it there and you can find the live streams after you've missed out on it, if that is the case. On my YouTube channel, it is Free Will Tarot 2.0. Superb aura. Well, thank you. Thanks, good night. Not a problem. Best reader. Thank you, boss. Aw, I appreciate that, Cap. Alrighty, y'all. Sagittarius, I do hope to see y'all in the next collective reading. That'll be next Friday, around a half hour ago. That being said, I must shuffle these cards back into the deck and then start the Capricorn collective reading. Alrighty, yeah. Alright, Capricorn collective. Thank y'all for being patient with me. Capricorn collective. Who in the chat has Capricorn in their chart? Anyone at all? I do remember, I think it was Shannon earlier that mentioned having Capricorn in their chart. Maybe it was someone else. So thank you, not a problem. To the person that said superb aura earlier, I definitely appreciate that. I'm kind of out of my comfort zone. I've got about 3 or 4 guys over there working on my car, working on their car, just kind of doing their own thing. So I've got a little bit of a distraction, but not too much. I'm able to, buckle down under pressure. So I do like to think that under pressure I do pretty well. But nonetheless, Capricorn collective. Capricorn collective. Yes, Shannon, I do realize you're a Sagittarius, but someone in the comments earlier said that they had Capricorn moon, possibly, or they were. Very clear. It was the period symbol. I'm not sure if they're still in the comments or viewing the live stream, but nonetheless, My apologies for mistaking you to have Capricorn in your chart somewhere. No matter the case, Capricorn Collective. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. We are going to start your reading in less than 3 minutes, let's say. I do feel like I ended the Sagittarius reading a little bit short, but I mean, it was a pretty straightforward reading, and I'm moving along with the cards and the interpretations, the examples of such. Some readings are easy to pick up on, for me anyways. Maybe every reader is different and they can pick them up just like that, like, oh yes, I see this and I see this and I see this, and they just connect the dots. I mean, I do feel like if I was put in a situation like that, I could come up with something, you know, but it wouldn't necessarily be too detailed. If I'm put on the spot, I'd be like, yes, this is this, that is that. And, you know, 1 + 1 = 2, that sort of thing. We have less than 2 minutes before we start the Capricorn reading. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If you are a returning follower, thank y'all for all the love and support. I definitely appreciate y'all. I would not be doing these live streams if it weren't for my followers. What up, Trisha? Hope all is well. Capricorn Collective. Less than 2 minutes for y'all. Whoa. What do we have for the Capricorn Collective? I normally don't ask that until about a minute before I do 3 shuffles, but it is a minute now. So what the heck? Capricorn Collective. What do we have for the Capricorn Collective? What does the Capricorn Collective need to know moving forward? Can I have a read, please? Joanne, are you a Capricorn or have Capricorn somewhere in your chart? I definitely do 2 zodiac sign collective readings every night, Monday through Saturday. I'm not sure what I'll do Sundays, but I normally do personal paid readings on Sundays. I do appreciate you reaching out. Tomorrow is Aquarius, actually. Aquarius will be about a half hour ago. Thank you for, yes, wanting to either participate or to join in and be supportive nonetheless. But yes, we must start the Capricorn reading here in less than a minute. What do we have for the Capricorn Collective? What does the Capricorn need to know moving forward for the next week ahead, Friday to Friday? What does Capricorn Collective need to know moving forward for the week ahead, Friday to Friday? Alrighty, y'all. It is 7 o'clock here in Ohio. We are going to get 3 more shuffles for the Capricorn Collective. A 1. A 2.
I've got 4 sequence too.
A 3. Alrighty. Capricorn Collective, if you are new here, 1, thank you all for supporting me, and definitely hit that follow button if you have not done so. But with that being said, I'm about to do the bridge shuffle. When I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety, so I can cut this deck. Oh yes, that is the name of the game. Y'all send me scissors and I cut the deck with said scissors. Alrighty, y'all, here it is, the bridge shuffle. And I'm dropping cards. Yep, don't do it, it's not worth it. It's kind of hard to pick up the cards from this floor, but nonetheless, we need one more bridge shuffle, y'all. That was pathetic. One more bridge shuffle. How was that? Bridge shuffle. I need scissors though. I still need scissors. Here it is. the bridge shuffle. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety, and we will cut this deck. Gotcha, fucker. Alrighty. No mosquitoes allowed. I'm sure I'm going to have a mosquito bite now. Any Hoosers, let's get down to business. Capricorn Collective, thank you all for participating in such a way that I may cut this deck now. Alrighty, the deck has been cut. Let's get into your reading. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is the similarities or common ground between you both. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. Capricorn Collective, do keep in mind we will be pulling one oracle card from the oracle deck at the end of the reading to get a deeper understanding as to why we pulled these 5 specific cards in this specific order. With that being said, I am going to get a drink from our sponsor. JK, I don't have a sponsor. Maybe not yet, but with that being said, let's get into your reading, Capricorn. You are starting out in your reading in the situation with the 3 of Cups. I do feel like this is Capricorn enjoying life, celebrating life. Maybe you received some sort of good news, or there's a change that has affected your life and it is wanting to put you in a celebratory energy. I do feel like maybe you are getting together with friends, family members, co-workers. With the 3 of Cups, these are all perfect examples of said interpretation, or how these interpretations, the examples of said interpretations, could be relatable to your life, to your situation. Maybe you are having a family gathering, a family reunion of sorts, reuniting with old friends or recent friends, getting together with coworkers. It is a Friday night, is it not? Going out for drinks, possibly, for those of you that partake. Nonetheless, with the 3 of Cups, maybe you are wanting to reconcile with a specific person, either an ex or going out and speed dating, for all I know. Doesn't have to be, but as I mentioned, these are all relatable examples. We do have the challenge with the 7 of Cups. I feel like the reason why you are celebrating with that 3 of Cups is because you no longer find it challenging, or you no longer feel confused about something. You are moving forward with something. You have clarity about something, maybe in a specific person's life, or how this person will fit in your life, maybe how you'll fit in theirs. No matter the case, there is some clarity being shown to you. And I say this because when we have all of these cups, when we have all of this, I don't know if you can tell, but in this card there is clouds. This person is looking at all the imaginary options. They're confused by all these options. It's like, why can't I get just like 1 or 2 to pick from? But no, I have this reef, or like a snake, or you know, this flower, maybe this person up here. Nonetheless, there's a lot of options and it's confusing us. There's a lot of misinformation, maybe. This is a card of smoke and mirrors. Maybe you feel like either this person could have been creating smoke and mirrors, or they're just not the best communicator. So it's like, well, I'm confused about this, but every time they communicate or express to me that I don't have to be confused, I'm still confused. My questions are answered, right? No matter the case, this is in the challenge, meaning I do feel like the Capricorn Collective finds it challenging to be confused anymore, or to feel like they're in a smoke and mirrors type of situation. With that being said, we have someone in your environment with the Temperance card. being patient with the situation, being patient with themselves, being patient with you. Patience is the main key word for this card, Temperance. It could be that they are trying their best to create positive things, a positive life, a positive vibe for the most part, out of something negative that has happened between you both or something in general in their life. We do call that transmutation, to take negative energy and motivate ourselves to transmute that into something positive and into something beautiful, into something creative, let's say. With that being said, it also could be that this person is wanting to balance out their emotions and their heart, pouring their emotions into their head into their emotions, their heart, head, vice versa, whatever the case, pouring one cup into the other, trying to balance out their emotions, trying to balance out their thoughts, and not wanting to judge this situation from a biased mentality. Meaning, if this person once upon a time was super emotional about what was going on in the situation, whatever issue or problem you both are having, they're not wanting to judge the situation from too emotional of a perspective. They're also not wanting to be too logical either. They're wanting to be patient with the situation, with themselves, with you, as I mentioned. They don't want to judge from a biased, overly emotional or overly logical. With that being said, you both, with the shared energy as the similarities or common ground between you both, the Star card, I do feel like there's a lot of healing happening between you both. There can be a lot of hope, a lot of faith happening for the future, or y'all can see a lot of positive things or have a lot of optimism about the future, especially in this connection, but maybe just in general in both of y'all's life. The Star card also, while it, yes, does talk about healing and being hopeful for the future, it also talks about being vulnerable. As you can see, the card, the person in this card, the depiction, has a naked, I don't know if it's a woman or if it's an angel of sorts, but no matter the case, they are naked. Let's put it that way. They are vulnerable. There's some sort of vulnerability that you both share with each other. Like, hey, here are my flaws. It's all out in the open. If you decide to walk away, I don't blame you. I would love it if you didn't judge based off of my flaws or my red flags or whatever the case. I'm sure you both are coming forth in this energy, since it's the similarities or common ground between you both. It could also be that you both are wanting to reinvent this connection or reinvent something in your own lives. Be innovative to some degree. The Star card is associated with the Aquarius sign that I'm about to do a reading for tomorrow night. No matter the case, Aquariuses are very innovative. They are very inventive and creative themselves, and they love to focus on the future. They make a mistake or misstep. Okay, let's learn from our mistake and move forward and implement what we've learned from that mistake for a better future moving forward. So with that being said, we do have the Page of Wands and your possible outcome and or advice. This is a returning card, yes, from the Sagittarius reading. This was in the challenge, however, in the Sagittarius reading. So I do like to see it in the possible outcome and or advice. This does tell me, with the Page of Wands, that you are either receiving good news about this connection, about this person, about something in general in your life, or maybe this person is sending a positive and or optimistic message to you. I do feel like this is going to, yes, give you more clarity to where you feel like it's difficult to be confused. We don't want to be confused. We want to have a little bit of clarity at the very least so we can plan and move forward for the future. Do you still put your readings on YouTube? Yes, I do. However, last night I must have said something that upset the TikTok guidelines or whatever I said. I think it was either the DEAD word or I don't know what I said, but I upset the guidelines during the Libra and Scorpio reading, and they would not let me replay the video for whatever reason. I'm not sure what I said. I cuss sometimes on my videos. When I upload these videos to YouTube, I make sure to click on the option as far as, hey, these videos aren't for kids, so maybe I need to make some sort of change for the TikTok live streams, or I don't know how I would do that, but it is what it is. Sometimes we talk about, narcissism. Sometimes we talk about physical abuse. Sometimes we talk about addictions, here on Free Will Tarot. But no matter the case, I try to keep an open mind as far as the readings go. And even if y'all end up giving me like more information in the comments as far as what's going on in the situation, I try to keep an open mind. I'll maybe add said information to the readings, but yeah, I don't think that I do anything too crazy or say anything too crazy on live stream to where the Libra and Scorpio reading would not replay for me or be able to download it. However, so yeah, with that being said, I do upload these to YouTube if TikTok allows me. With that being said, I will be, yes, uploading this live stream to my YouTube channel. It will be entitled Sagittarius and Capricorn readings. I hope that answered your question. It is Free Will Tarot 2.0. I have a new YouTube channel. I've got probably 12 to 15 subscribers over there. So Free Will Tarot 2.0. The link to my YouTube channel is in my TikTok bio. If for whatever reason you cannot get there from my TikTok bio, though, just click into the search bar and type out Free Will Tarot 2.0, all lowercase. With that being said, if this is the possible outcome for the Capricorn collective, I do feel like something is about to make you excited to move forward with this person. If this is the advice with the Page of Wands, the advice here is to, yes, remain excited. And if you're not excited yet, get excited, because that is how you manifest things to come to fruition. That's how you attract positive things to happen, is by preparing yourself for those exciting things, by getting excited, by getting into that energy. With that being said, we have one card we need to pull for the Capricorn reading to end out this reading and get a deeper understanding as to why we pulled these specific cards. What does the Capricorn need to know moving forward to end out this reading? What does Capricorn need to know moving forward? All right, y'all, we need 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty. Capricorn Collective, top card here is the card you need to see to end out the reading. Ooh, Rose Fairy. Rose Fairy. I'm not sure what this has to do with your reading, because this card has to do with pain. I do remember multiple times pulling this card and it having to do with pain. Specifically the overall theme and or topic that it presents. So, Rose Fairy, let's pull it out. I don't know, as I mentioned, if this person has caused you pain in the past, causing a smoke and mirrors type of situation with the 7 of Cups in the past. Maybe you was very confused about how they were behaving. Rose Fairy. Yes, as I mentioned, pain. Maybe they've caused you pain somehow. I don't know if I said that or not, but I'm going to repeat myself. I don't know if someone else, someone new, being this person, is about to enter your life, and someone that you're moving away from caused you pain, but somehow this card has to do with your reading and or is relating to your reading, is like the overall concept. We're going to end out the reading though with the guidebook of this card. A windswept fairy lands on a tomb where beautiful blood-red roses grow. They are enticing, but one must remember that every rose has its thorns. Love in its many forms is something most of us desire, whether it is the care and attention of a lover or the warmth of a friend, parent, or child that you yearn for. Like the red rose, a symbol of romantic love, it can be beautiful as it unfolds from a first delicate meeting to a committed relationship in bloom. However, to be open to love is to be vulnerable to pain, which we did have that star card having to do with vulnerability. One cannot exist without the other, like the crimson flower decorated by her thorns. If you have drawn this card, you may have been scratched by the sharp edges of love. To keep your heart romantically or otherwise may have left, or to give your heart romantically or otherwise may have left you unguarded and prey to the dishonesty of others or unkindness of circumstance. Unfortunately, love and pain are intimate sisters, unable to be separated. You may be feeling hurt in grief or are resting beneath a cloud of personal tragedy. The only way of moving through this is to accept that life and love is a mix of light and darkness. If healing is to become your next step, take time to grieve and recover, but remember that you are strong enough to overcome the trials you are facing. Queen Sagittarius. This is the Capricorn reading. I ended the Sagittarius reading about 20 minutes ago. Capricorn, as I mentioned, I don't know why we pulled this Rose Fairy, because you have a really good reading as far as the tarot cards go. Do keep in mind, y'all, I will be uploading this reading, this live stream, to my YouTube channel. I am very confused myself. Amicable separation. Okay, well, do remain excited, do remain curious and creative. No matter how much grief you go through, I'm not trying to sound insensitive. I repeat, I'm not trying to sound insensitive to everyone's individual situation. Especially when I say that yes, maybe you did have a family member pass away. And my grievances, and I mean, I too have had family members pass. It's definitely not the best feeling. If that is the case, I mean, try your best to stay high vibrational. That's really the Page of Wands advice here. Try your best to find, keep this person's memory alive by sharing happy memories, by remembering the good things about them, the good qualities that they had. Keep this person's memory alive by remembering that, hey, they would not want you to be sad forever or grieving forever. The gift of life is just that. It is a gift. All we can do is focus on the present while possibly preparing for a better future. You may not know and or understand why this pain is being caused at this moment, but as long as you stay in a high vibrational, optimistic mentality, then you will attract the reasons why. You will understand why this is happening to you. Because remember, in victim mentality, yes, it is happening to you, but in that high vibrational mentality, that high vibe, it is happening for you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Keep that in mind, Capricorn Collective. With that being said, I do hope this helped. I do hope it was informative to some degree, maybe even entertaining. I can't imagine it being too entertaining, as we did at the last stretch of this reading get into a deep topic, but nonetheless, I do want to thank y'all for all the love and support that, I mean, for the work I do here. Like, deeply, thank you for everyone, collectively. I do try to stay consistent, even if I say something I'm not supposed to on TikTok and the guidelines don't agree, and I have to just sit back and allow myself to, like, okay, it's out of my control. You know, if TikTok won't allow me to download the live stream, then like I said, it's out of my control, but I will do my best to learn from those mistakes moving forward and apply the lesson so that it doesn't happen again. All right, y'all. With that being said, I hope to see y'all maybe in the Aquarius or Pisces collective readings tomorrow night, or another Capricorn collective reading Friday night, next Friday. About an hour ago is when I will be live streaming. Set your alarms for about an hour ago. Minus 7 or add. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I live stream every night, no matter the case. No matter where you are located in the world, on this planet. That being said, y'all, I must shuffle these cards back into the deck. I've got a pretty busy night ahead. And yeah. Thank you all one more time for joining me on Free Will Tarot right here at Free Will Tarot. I'm going to show up tomorrow night, and we'll see how the next week goes for me. It's going to be an adventure. I don't know, like I said, how it's going to work out in my favor, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'll move forward, remaining optimistic. But I'm optimistic nonetheless that there will be something for me. Either it works out in my favor or it doesn't, and I'll learn a lesson. No matter the case, this has been fun, and I'm going to end the live stream here. Much love, y'all. Take care. Have a good night. And yes, enjoy the rest of your weekend.